most people believe Dubai's power comes from money. The skyscrapers, the luxury hotels, the billion-dollar islands rising from the sea. But what most people never see is the force behind it all, a royal dynasty whose influence runs far deeper than wealth. Because in Dubai, the real power is not the skyline. The real power is the family that built it. Behind the glass towers and golden palaces stands the Al Maktoum dynasty, rulers of Dubai for nearly 2 centuries. A royal family whose decisions have quietly shaped one of the most powerful cities on earth. And much of their influence happens far from cameras, behind palace gates and private meetings the world rarely sees. To understand their power, you have to go back to a time before Dubai became a symbol of luxury. In the early 19th century, the region was a modest coastal settlement built on fishing, pearl diving, and small-scale trade. It was not a place anyone expected to become a global capital. The Al Maktoum family had a different vision. In 1833, the dynasty established control over Dubai, laying the foundation for a leadership structure that would guide the city through centuries of transformation. Generation after generation, the rulers of Dubai expanded trade, strengthened alliances, and gradually positioned the city as a gateway between continents. What began as a desert trading port slowly evolved into something far more ambitious. By the late 20th century, Dubai's leadership faced a defining challenge. Oil had provided wealth, but it would not last forever. Instead of relying on temporary riches, the ruling family chose a far riskier strategy, turning Dubai into a global hub for business, tourism, and luxury. This decision changed everything. Under the leadership of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Dubai accelerated its transformation at a pace the world had never seen before. Entire districts were designed from scratch. Artificial islands reshaped the coastline, and skyscrapers rose where empty sand once stretched for miles. The Burj Khalifa became the tallest structure on Earth. Luxury hotels turned the desert into a destination for the world's elite. Airports expanded into international gateways connecting east and west. But these achievements were never just about luxury. They were about power. Because every major project strengthened the influence of Dubai's royal dynasty. The Al Maktoum family did not simply watch the city grow. They guided its direction, controlling the vision behind the transformation. And that influence extends far beyond the skyline. The royal family maintains private compounds across Dubai that most visitors will never see. Hidden behind high walls and guarded entrances, these estates function as secure centers of royal life. Inside them are palaces filled with marble halls, ornate chandeliers, and architectural designs inspired by centuries of Arabian heritage. These palaces are not simply homes. They are symbols of continuity, representing a dynasty that has ruled Dubai for generations. Beyond the palaces, the royal family also operates one of the most powerful networks of investments in the Middle East. Through government-backed companies and sovereign wealth funds, their influence reaches into aviation, logistics, real estate, technology, and international finance. One of the most visible examples of this strategy is Emirates Airlines. What began as a modest regional airline grew into one of the world's most powerful aviation brands. Today, it connects dozens of global cities, transporting millions of passengers and reinforcing Dubai's position as a center of international travel. But aviation is only one piece of a much larger system. Dubai's leadership also oversees massive real estate developments that attract investors from every continent. From artificial islands like Palm Jumeirah to futuristic districts like Dubai Marina, these projects generate billions in investment while reshaping the city's global reputation. The royal dynasty does not simply own land. They design entire environments where wealth flows. This ability to shape economic landscapes is one of the hidden powers of Dubai's ruling family. Billionaires may own companies and assets, but the Al Maktoum dynasty controls the platform where many of those businesses operate. That difference creates a unique balance of influence. When global investors arrive in Dubai, they are entering an ecosystem built under royal vision. Regulations, development zones, and infrastructure networks were all carefully designed to attract international wealth while strengthening Dubai's global standing. And it works. Today, Dubai hosts thousands of multinational companies, luxury brands, and financial institutions operating within its economic zones. The city has become a crossroads where business leaders from Europe, Asia, Africa, and the Americas gather to negotiate deals worth billions. Yet, the royal family remains the central force guiding the city's future. Beyond economic influence, their lifestyle also reflects the extraordinary scale of their power. The Al Maktoum dynasty owns some of the most luxurious residences in the region, each designed for privacy, comfort, and prestige. Inside these palaces are grand halls decorated with gold accents, handcrafted artwork, and priceless cultural artifacts. Large courtyards open into gardens filled with fountains and shaded walkways, creating an atmosphere of quiet elegance. Security teams protect these residences around the clock, ensuring the royal family can live and work without disruption. Their mobility is just as impressive. The royal fleet includes private aircraft designed to function as flying palaces, complete with conference rooms, luxury suites, and advanced communication systems. These aircraft allow Dubai's leaders to travel instantly between global capitals and strategic meetings. And when they return home, they sometimes arrive by sea. Some members of the royal family own massive super yachts equipped with helipads, pools, and multiple decks designed for entertainment and privacy. These floating palaces anchor near Dubai's coastline, representing a level of luxury rarely seen outside royal circles. Yet despite all this wealth, the real strength of Dubai's royal dynasty lies not in luxury, but in strategy. The rulers of Dubai have consistently demonstrated an ability to think decades ahead. Many of the city's most ambitious projects were conceived long before construction began, reflecting a leadership philosophy focused on long-term transformation. Take Dubai's free economic zones as an example. These zones allow foreign companies to operate with minimal restrictions, attracting businesses that might otherwise invest elsewhere. Over time, this strategy turned Dubai into a magnet for global entrepreneurship. Another example is infrastructure. Dubai's leadership invested heavily in airports, ports, and transportation networks designed to position the city as a central hub for global trade. Today, those systems handle enormous volumes of cargo and passengers every year. Each decision reinforced the city's global influence. But perhaps the most fascinating aspect of the royal dynasty is the balance they maintain between modern ambition and cultural heritage. Despite building one of the most futuristic cities in the world, the Al Maktoum family continues to preserve traditions deeply rooted in Arabian history. Falconry, desert gatherings, and horse breeding remain important parts of royal life. Sheikh Mohammed himself is internationally known for his passion for horse racing. Through his global racing organization, elite horses from Dubai compete in prestigious races across Europe, Asia, and North America. These traditions connect the dynasty to centuries of Arabian leadership. They remind the world that Dubai's royal power is not only modern but historical. And perhaps that is the true secret behind the dynasty's strength. While many modern fortunes rise and fall within decades, royal dynasties operate on a much longer timeline. Their influence passes from generation to generation, shaping cities, economies, and cultures over centuries. Dubai is one of the clearest examples of this phenomenon. In less than a lifetime, the city transformed from a quiet desert settlement into a global symbol of luxury, ambition, and opportunity. That transformation did not happen by accident. It happened because a royal dynasty believed the impossible was achievable. Today, as new skyscrapers rise and new industries emerge, Dubai continues to evolve. Technology hubs, artificial intelligence projects, and futuristic developments are already shaping the next chapter of the city's story. And behind those developments, the Al Maktoum dynasty continues to guide the vision. Visitors may see the luxury hotels, the supercars, and the glittering skyline. But the true power of Dubai remains largely hidden, operating behind palace gates and private boardrooms. A dynasty quietly shaping one of the most extraordinary cities ever built. Because in Dubai, wealth may build the skyline, but royal command builds the future.